Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Welcome back to what is, for now at least, going to be the final Game Room update for a little bit. I didn't take any before videos, like normally I'll start a video, showing what I plan on doing. But I mentioned it a few times, and honestly, my battery was pretty low on my phone, and I wanted to use it to listen to music while I was working, so the room is done for now. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look. We'll tour the whole thing here. So we'll just come in, and again, we've got this sort of built-in bookshelf here that came with the place. And looking at the top again, I need to reorganize stuff a little bit here, but we got some books, some cobwebs are still there. I thought I vacuumed them all, but I guess I missed a couple. We got some board games, some big box like video game stuff, my classic consoles. This is a postcard from the SS Atlantic Museum in near Halifax, Nova Scotia. So we visited that location there where that shipwreck had occurred. And we've got our Pit Fiend and Star Spawn of Cthulhu mini here. Going down on the next shelf, we've got pretty much most of my other board games, or I shouldn't say most, but a bunch of other board games here. Magic the Gathering ones, the D&D Monopoly, Order of the Stick adventure game, Zelda Monopoly, Innsmouth Escape, my Dungeon Mayhem, Explorers of Ixalan, and some other Magic stuff, and the Starfinder miniature kits. Coming around here, we did take a look at this earlier in the last video, but we've got some more dragons up on the dragon shelf. So we got the aspect of Bahamut and Tiamat, along with like the copper and brass dragons, blue dragons, the black dragon, the deep dragon, of course my great worm dragons up there. And the D&D shelf is pretty much the exact same as it was before, but we got my 5e, more 5e, my 4e stuff there as well. 3.5, 3.0, second edition AD&D, and then my first edition BX stuff. And then some other things like Dungeon Crawl Classics, Relics of Rituals, Shackled City, and a few other things there. I've got my Absalom City of Lost Omens map folio from Beetle and Grimm's here in the corner. I moved the boxes with the for the Big Dragon minis, so we'll take a look at those in a moment. And then over here again, this shelf is pretty much the exact same as it was before, but a few things have been added. I've got my second edition AD&D adventure stuff down here, so this is the written adventure, along with the maps and stuff, and then the DM screen that I was using for that. Added some more Star Trek Adventures things there. And of course all my Pathfinder 2e, some Pathfinder 1e stuff, Dragon Age, more Pathfinder Adventure Paths, Starfinder, all my hardcovers, starter sets, adventure paths, maps, and my pawn sets. And this here is the Dragonbane pawn set for the bestiary. So that's there. And then on the next shelf down, of course, we got Twilight 2000, Gamma World, and this is pretty much the exact same as it was before there. Up here on this shelf, again, pretty much the exact same as what we had before. A couple of differences, though. I found this, almost forgot that I owned this book, to be honest, the Dungeonology, so I just kind of threw that up there for now. I did find some other magazines that I threw up there as well, but I also found down here is a bunch of old dragon magazines. So that's a stack of old dragons. That's Gamma World and a few other things there. And then my $100 slipcase, along with the Monsters Compendium for second edition AD&D. Then over here, again, I had this set up I think before as well. Over here, I do have the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the League of Malevolence, and my Icons of the Realm starter set here. This one is actually kind of funny because I forgot I owned this, which is good because I was looking at, I was at Monster Comics there a few months ago, and I was looking at their mini sets, and I knew that there was one that had like Warduke and Kellic and all the other evil characters there. And it's like, I really want to get that set. And they didn't have it, so I didn't buy a second set, which is good, but whew. So the things you rediscover when you finally unpack everything. So this is, again, what we had before. Over here, I do have my 2D Icewind Dale young adult White Dragon, like the 2D minis, just up on the wall there. And this is more or less the same. I can't remember if I don't think I had this up here. The strategy guide for Tears of the Kingdom. But I think pretty much everything else is the exact same there. So we'll just kind of pan over the shelves on the campaign settings. So Eberron, Forgotten Realms, Planescape, Dragonlance, Kingdoms of Kalimar, and then some box sets down there, and that's still a mess. But we'll deal with that. Now on our table, just a couple things that will be some upcoming videos. So we got the bundle of new character sheets for D&D, and the Pendragon starter set. I also saved these from the bookshelf from that shelf over there, because the Alien starter set has a whole bunch of like little tokens that I don't have a bag for. So I'm going to save these, and I'm going to take the tokens out of the of like the sheets that they're on, and put them in these baggies. So I wanted to keep those because they are actually Ziploc, whereas most of the stuff for that shelf was stuff you had to rip open. So I was really glad that there were a couple of these Ziploc bags. All right, now coming over here. Again, this is pretty well the same. So I got my Pocket Edition, First Edition Pathfinder stuff, D&D dice, some map tiles, and then my Legend of Drizzt books there. I still have some boxes in that closet that I'm just going to leave like that for now. But I will, one of these days, I will go in just to try to find the other two Neverwinter books. Along with the book that my wife got me that's signed by R.A. Salvatore and Gino Salvatore. I just also put my dice sets up here, or my old dice bags. Haven't used those dice in quite a while. And some other books up top there. And then here, I've just got this art print I just picked up, Echoes of Wisdom for Legend of Zelda. But this is sealed, so I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll try to find somewhere else to put it, but it seems like a pretty thick cardstock, so I think it's pretty decent quality. And then here I've got some mini belts, my spinner and Brahma Bull belt, board games, and again this area here is going to be tidied up. Eventually I'm going to take the contents out of these Dungeon in a Box boxes, and I'll use them to sort my minis, but for now I just haven't gotten around to it. And down there's just a map from the Dragon Age Inquisition strategy guide that I have. Alright, so for some new stuff, over here we've got my video game shelf. So it's basically like my Wii and Wii U stuff. And then I've got my geeky, nerdy DVDs there. The D&D ones, the cartoons, Scourge of Worlds. Dork of the Rings and Gamers here. These two are awful. I don't recommend them at all. We also have some booklets from these boxes here as well. And then we got my 3DS stuff, some Amiibo, and then 360. And then the big reveal, I guess, is the floor is completely devoid of boxes. So this section over here was completely full of boxes. That has been changed, except for obviously those dragon ones there. But first, we'll take a look at this. So I moved this shelf. It was over there, next to that bottle of wine from Maynard James Keenan's winery, and a 95% finished Cthulhu 3D printed dice tower. And of course my dehumidifier. But the reason I moved this is because it was blocking the closet there, so I want to be able to get into that quite easily. And there's my 32-inch TV. Some classic consoles set up there. Some box systems. Some more box systems. This is just full of controllers for various things, so I didn't want to bother with that too much right now. A couple of my little Cthulhus, and then just some more 360 stuff here. Along the ledge, I've got some collectibles there. And just along the floor, of course, until I get a display case for my replica belts, this is just how I'm going to be displaying them. But I've got them now in such a way, because I had them laying out flat on the floor, and they came like quite a ways into the middle of the room. So for now, this is just how we're going to go with it. So we got them there, and my DVD shelf. Not going to go through everything here, but just I've got all my WrestleManias up top, along with my Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, my Money in the Bank mini belt, still in the case there, my foam belts from my childhood, and then along this ledge, just a bunch of things, some unopened minis, some collectibles, and up on the wall here, I just put up the turtle, the Ninja Turtles that I had before when we were living in the apartment. This had to be like, this stuff was all in the living room, and I'm glad that it's all sort of in its own, area there. And just some other amiibo over here, Shovel Knight and Zelda related stuff, and my Demo Gorgon mini. Yeah, so there we go. That is the updated game room. So, like I said, all that's really left is to get another shelf that I can put my belts on. You can get those ones with like it's a rectangular shelf, or just like, I don't know if it's a media shelf or something, but they've got like 8 to 12 sections in there where you can put stuff. So I might go for something like that. We have hot water heat, so nothing's right against the radiator or anything, but the way that the hot water heat works is that like the registers don't get hot enough to like melt or burn anything. But like I said, I still have everything kind of kept away from it. And there we go. So now that the floor and stuff, there's not a whole bunch of things that my puppy can get into trouble with down here, I should be able to start recording videos in this room again. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I have like my Alien online game tomorrow night at the time that I'm recording this. And I just might run it from down here, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, there we go. So like I said, that is the game room. I am so glad to be done with all of those boxes. It was something where there were so many that still needed to be dealt with that I just, for months and months, is like, okay, I don't even know where to start. So I just didn't. But getting that new bookshelf really kicked things into high gear, and I'm really looking forward to getting more use out of this space. Anyway, I guess let me know what you guys think. I always appreciate the feedback. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you very much for your support throughout all of this. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will see you all next time. Until then, take care.